Hi, hello, and welcome to lesson 67. I'm trying a different angle today just because I want to, so we'll see how it goes. This lesson is all about the multiples of 10 and multiplying with them. First of all, what is a multiple of 10? A multiple of 10 is any number that is either 10 or higher that ends with a 0. So, for example, 10 is a multiple of 10, 20 is a multiple of 10, 30 is a multiple of 10, 400 is a multiple of 10, 8,000 is a multiple of 10, 500,062,310 is a multiple of 10 because it ends in a 0. With that in mind, we're just going to jump in to working with multiplying with our 10s. Now, you kind of already know this, but we're going to just go over two different methods that you can use, because now we're not just multiplying by 10, we're multiplying by multiples of 10. So for example, in this first one, we're multiplying 34 times 20. So there's two methods to this. The first method is you take your original problem and you change that 20 into its factors, including 10. So for this one, the factor including 10 would be 2, because 2 times 10 makes 20. So then you rewrite your problem as 34 times 2 times 10. And that's okay, because we know that with multiplication, if we change our factors around, if we change the order in which we do them, it doesn't matter. We still get the same product at the end of the day. We continue on. We do 34 times 2, which I had to do on the side because meh. And we find that is 68. 68 times 10, and we know that anything times 10, we just slap that 0 on the end. So instead of 68, we have 680 for our answer. Now that's the first method. I'm not a huge fan of the first method. I'm going to go over the second method now, and for the rest of the lesson I'm going to be using the second method. If you would like me to do these problems using the first method, please comment below and I will get to that as soon as I can. The second method is this. First, we write our problem in a vertical fashion instead of horizontal. That's just really vertical is the way to go. And when we do problems like these, we always want to put the multiple of 10 on the bottom. Whatever number ends in a 0, we want that on the bottom, and I'll show you why. Really, it just comes down to that 0, because in order to do this, what we need to do is we're going to have to do 0 times 4 and 0 times 3, and then move on and do 2 times 4 and 2 times 3. But there's a little trick in there that even I, for a minute, forgot about. First, what you're going to do, we're going to just work with our 0. So 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 3 is also 0. So just put zeros down there. We ain't got nothing to work with yet. Nothing, not a thing. Now we're going to move to the 2. However, notice that the 2 is in the tens place. It's not in the ones place. That's where the 0 is. So what we have to do is we have to put an automatic 0 in the ones place. That way, when we start working with the 2, our answers will automatically start in the tens place where the 2 is. This is very important. If you don't do this, you're going to get the wrong answer. So you have to remember to put that 0 in the ones place before you start working with your numbers. So we have that 0, then we just do 2 times 4, that's 8. It goes in the tens place. And then we do 2 times 3, that's 6, and that'll go in the hundredths place. All right, and then at this point, we just have to add together those two numbers, which is 0 plus 680. The answer is 680. That's the same thing we got in our first method, so we're good. Next, to complete a spelling test, 30 students each wrote 34 words. How many words were written all together? Like I said, I like method 2. That's my preferred method, so I'm just going to do that method for this. So I'm going to write my problem vertically. Okay, 34 times 30. I'm just going to slap that first 0 down there. I don't care about it. It doesn't matter. And I'm not even going to put the second 0 this time because I already know it's just 0. So then we move on to our 3 in the tens place. So we got to put that first 0 down before we can start. And then we do 3 times 4 is 12. Put the 2 down there and the 1 up on top. Then 3 times 3 is 9, plus that 1 is 10. And then we add 0 plus our number, and our answer is 1,020. I forgot my label again because I'm naughty. I'm sorry. So the answer should be 1,020 words, but I but I didn't do it. Number 3, Tandy bought 20 books at a sale. If each book cost $1.43, how much money did she spend total? Doing the second method because it's just easier for me. So we go ahead and write our problem vertically. I'm going to do $1.43 times 20. And we already know that 0 times anything is 0. And we know there's going to be a 0 in our ones place. So this time I'm just going to skip that entire step because I'm lazy and I don't want to. And I know in my brain that that 0 is going to be in the ones place no matter what. So I just slap my 0 down, okay, and move right along. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. Throw down my dollar sign and my decimal point, and my answer is $28.60. I would suggest putting the zeros down for practice for maybe 1 or 2 problems to start with. But once you know in your brain, that that 0 is always going to be in the ones place when you're multiplying by a multiple of 10, once you know that, you can skip that step, okay? But only if you know it 100%, okay? Don't be lazy unless you know it 100% in your brain. All right, so that's it. If you would like me to redo problems 2 and 3 with method 1, I can do that if you want. I don't want to, but I will if you want me to. So go ahead and let me know if you need that. If you need any help, let me know, and we will work together on it, okay? All right.